Hey, what's up guys, it's me your boy Urban Today Kevin back here with another brand new video and I hope you guys are having a great day. So we are here for the Qatar Grand Prix race review and without any further ado, let's get into the video. Wow, I mean what a race that was so hard to process and to keep up with the minimum strength length being set for each compounds. Drivers pitted at least 3 to 4 times, with the strategies being offset between most of the drivers, making it 10 times harder to know who's fighting who and who has the effective position in the race. So I can't get into the detail on this race, but I would like to talk about the notable points of the race. So without wasting any further time, let's get right into the main stuff, guys. Well, lap 1, teammates coming together. The race start was normal, exactly what you'd expect, with Lewis being the only driver of the front runners to start on the softs, getting a brilliant getaway, misjudged the gap and ran into the side of his teammate, clipping himself on George's front tire, spinning him out of the race and also spinning George in the process. Both drivers seemingly frustrated of the situation. George boxed thinking that he has damage, but it seems like the car was fine and the team sent him out after a quick inspection with new tires. Some of the midfield runners also boxed to get rid of the soft tires for mediums or hards under the safety car. From there on, the race was smooth sailing, pretty much contrast to what happened yesterday. Yesterday's sprint kind of baited me into thinking that we have a banger of a race in hand. George's recovery. George did well to recover to finish P4 from the lap 1 incident compromising his race. His pace was very strong. I find the pecking order in the performance chart to be Red Bull, McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari and Aston Martin rounding off the top 5 teams this weekend. So what George and Lewis could have done in this race, now knowing the pace of the car, which is again just what could have been kind of a situation. McLaren team orders. McLaren's got really lucky with the Mercedes incident. In matter of a turn, Oscar went from P5, P6 to P2 right behind Max Verstappen, and Lando also gained 2 free positions without much of a fight. Even without the incident, I feel like one of the McLarens would have finished in the podium. The race was very good. The pace difference between Max and the leading McLaren of Piastri was very close than expected actually. Oscar crossed the finish line only 5 or odd seconds behind Max, which I think is the closest it has been for a non-Red Bull car to have finished behind Max, excluding Zandvoort, with Lando a second behind his teammate running off the top 3 finishes of the race. At the late stages of the race, the team instructed Lando to hold positions and to not attack Piastri to protect their positions against George, who was on a strategy to end the race on a quick soft tire stint, which Lando was not too happy about because he wanted to fight his teammate for positions. After Mercedes, I feel like this is a teammate rivalry that's building up to be something special. 2 drivers pretty evenly matched, and with how McLarens are performing this season, I only expect for them to get quicker next season. I don't think this would get toxic, but I feel like with keeping their attitude in mind of both Lando and Oscar, I think the synergy between these two would be constructive competition to push each other to get better. Sergio Perez's dismal weekend. Sergio Perez's poor run of form continues here in Qatar as well. A weekend in which he needs to have a clean performance, he had no pace to make an impression. To only finish P10 after getting track limits penalty thrice is not a good outlook with that RB19, the same car which also comfortably won the race. It's just good luck that today his nearest challenger got taken out of the race, or else Hamilton without a doubt would have eaten a large chunk of the gap out of Checo's lead in the driver standings for P2. Charles Leclerc, the one-man army. Charles was the only man representing Ferrari on track today, as Ferrari had to retire Sainz's car before even the race had started due to a fuel leak issue. The team had to change the energy store on their cars, and it is suspected that there could have been an error during the installation that could have caused the issue. With Charles being the only driver for the team on track, he absolutely maximized on his result to finish P5. Alfa Romeo double points. A weekend I expected for the Alfa Romeos to suffer. They pulled an absolute blinder to score points with both their cars, with Bottas finishing P8 and Zhou finishing P9 after Sergio Perez's penalty. This points finish was something that the team was in need of, to draw some positivity into the team, a sense of motivation to push them to get a better car for next season. Fernando Alonso's unexpected error. Fernando Alonso's season has been a roller coaster, with the highs of always finishing on the podium and fighting for pole positions to now the lows of fighting to get into Q3 and finishing in the points. This weekend seemed good for him. After the lap 1 crash, he was running to finish in the top 5 before his mistake of running wide into the gravel, which costed him to finish P6. Still a decent haul of points, with scoring 1 point from the sprint race and 8 points in the feature race. a good damage limitation for Fernando. These kind of errors are not something that you'd expect of Fernando, but even before the incident he was complaining on the radio of the seat burning and asking for the team to look into a solution for that during the pit stop, even asking if they could pour water over him, a old school style of cooling down the driver back in the day during a hot race. I think the discomfort of being suffocated caused a loss in focus, which could have caused for that odd moment for him. Body fatigue. Yep, as we're in the conversation about Fernando's complaints, let's talk about the body fatigue as well. This is something a lot of drivers were facing, with Logan Sargent even retiring from the race due to dehydration. We saw George and Lando opening their visor every time that they got an opportunity to do so to get some fresh air to keep themselves cool. And Alonso also complaining about the heat inside the cockpit as well, with the drivers climbing the race to be even harder than the Singapore Grand Prix. So yes guys, that would be my review of the Qatar Grand Prix. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and let me know in the comments on what are your thoughts and opinion on the race. I'm excited to know. If you haven't already subscribed to the Autobancast YouTube channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon as well, and turn on all notifications so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. It's me, your boy Autobancast, aka Vinesh, and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.